So guys, I want you to tell me what exactly is wrong with this picture right here that was posted by a Democrat and is still on Twitter to this day. I want you to actually read it, and I want you to see, like, what do you think is wrong with it, or what do you think the hypocrisy is. Let me go give me a minute. Yeah, I want you. Yeah, so if you had paused the video and you had actually read it from Mark Levine, you will see that how the party that says you don't need voter ID to vote is completely full of it, and they know that they want people to vote because they want people to have IDs to vote. It just goes to show that this whole vaccine ID is all political propaganda. They want you to be tagged. They want you to be followed. They want you to show documents, but when it comes to the southern border, apparently you don't need documents in order to live in the states or even vote in the states. It especially comes real bad for the black community that this same party has the nerve to say that we are too incompetent to know how to freaking vote. But then they want you to get a vaccine ID to prove that you've been vaccinated. How the hell does that add up? An ID is still an ID. Your library card, your driver's license, your freaking air passport and all that stuff, those are our IDs. But apparently you don't need an ID to vote, but you do need an ID to drive a car. You do need an ID to buy alcohol. You need an ID to buy cigarettes. You need an ID to get freaking insurance. But apparently an ID for voting is one of the ones that you can't get or you can't have. And this is how incompetent and how completely stereotypical that this same party can be. Now people say that the Republicans want to stop black people from voting because they mainly vote Democrat, but then the Democrats say that we're too stupid to know how to get one. Which one is actually the bigger problem? The Republicans that see us as a threat for voting, or the Democrats that see us as too incompetent to know how to get an ID? Tell me which one is better. Tell me how when some people say that since a black person can't get ID because they don't know what the DMV is a problem.
We're here on the scene in this Republican county where African Americans are being oppressed by horrific new voter laws, forcing them to acquire a legal ID to vote. Excuse me, sir. You're unable to acquire an ID, are you not?
Actually, I just renewed my ID. It's pretty easy, actually.
There you have it. This poor black man has been disenfranchised by racist voter ID laws because he's too ignorant. I'm sorry. Ignorant means stupid. Too ignorant to acquire a voter ID. Absolutely tragic. The new laws forbid giving out food, water, and free cash to voters in line. How will black people figure out how to drink water in line to vote? That's illegal. Thanks to Republicans. Where did you get that anyway?
I brought it.
You didn't bring that. You're too underprivileged. That means poor. I'm sorry, the evil conservatives are trying to figuratively smack the water out of your hands.
You literally just did that. Like, who are you? You know what? Forget it. It's my time to vote. Just chill out.
We just witnessed a hate crime. A thirsty, dehydrated hate crime. Our thoughts and prayers to his family. Black people are oppressed. How oppressed? Republicans want to stop us from feeding them. Well, you can't stop this progressive, you racists.
You're the racist.
Here comes the airplane.
How did you get into my house?
I won't let these alt-right lunatics starve you.
Get
Yeah, eat it.
Look at guillotines. Banana shaped is another woman.
What the?
You don't know how to use this remote. Republicans won't pass laws to teach you.
What? Where? What?
Black people are incapable of doing anything white people can do on their own. Progressive policies are the only solution. You can't escape them. Without them, you literally can't do anything. Another black man flees in terror from the bigotry of Republicans. After the break, we'll talk to an expert on racism who agrees with us on the capabilities of black people.
tell me where. Now, I'm sorry. Yeah, tell me how that when a black person goes, when a person is shocked to see a black person with an ID, they think we're too smart to be with our own kind. They say that a black person with an ID or his own business is hard to come by. That we need to have our own communities to know how to actually do things. We don't need people to teach us how to have an ID. We don't need any of that. But some of these people truly believe that we are too incompetent to know how to live a normal life. I don't get how any of this could be, justifiable to say that you're not the one that's racist. I don't see how anybody can actually go along with that. That a vaccine ID is to help reduce fraud, but apparently a voter ID is not to help reduce fraud. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. I'm keeping this video short. If you guys like what I'm saying, like I'm subscribed to this video. I will see you on the next one. Peace.